everyone, welcome to Finding Serenity in Stitches. My name is Christina and I'm happy to be here with you today. I hope everyone's doing well. Today I thought I would take a moment to introduce you to my family and then we'll go over a few projects and do the giveaway. I am giving away 2 skeins of Merino Gold, which is an acrylic wool blend, in this beautiful gray and this beautiful navy. So you can see those. So we will pick a winner towards the end of our episode. The first thing I thought I would do today was to introduce you to my family. My husband is named Alonzo, and here's a picture of him. And I've noticed I really like doing the split screen when I do pictures, because then I don't have to mess with getting the picture just right in the corner and it's not covering up my face, etc. Anyway, this is my husband Alonso, and he has been such a wonderful support. I don't know how I got so lucky ending up with such a good husband. He works for the Clackamas County Corrections Department, and my daughters, my first daughter, she's the oldest, is Brianna, and Brianna has a son, Rayshawn, and that's my grandson, and he comes here every morning and every day after school, which is nice. And she has a puppy named Rico. Rico is a pit bull, and you've met him before if you saw one of the earlier shows. He's a gorgeous dog, and he's so smart, so smart. It's so fun to watch him when he's looking for something. He'll run around with his little nose, sniff, 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 you know, and then he finds it. And if, say, one of his toys goes under the couch or under the bed or something and he can't get to it, he'll just lay there, and you'll hear him in the other room. Every once in a while, he'll be like, until somebody notices and gets up and moves the couch or moves the bed over a little so he can get in there and get his ball. So he's so funny. My next daughter, Isabella, she is my middle child, and she also has a dog that comes to doggy daycare here with me every day, and that's Rocky, and you would have met him in a previous episode as well. So I'll let you say hello to Rocky. And he's probably about 8 years old, I'm thinking, maybe 7, maybe more like 8. Yeah. And Rico is just a year old. He turned 1 in August. And then my son, AJ, is our third child, last child. He's the only one left here in the home, which is been a little bit of an adjustment. I find myself home without any dogs or kids, and it's a little different. It's a little strange. It's a little quiet. I mean, I knew they'd grow up and, you know, find their way out of the house and start living their own lives. And the good thing is that everybody ends up usually here back at the house, you know, at the end of the day, maybe not every day, but most days. So my son AJ, he's the youngest, and he's doing online classes right now. Back to my husband, we are celebrating our 20th anniversary next March, and so I've been trying to think of where would be a fun place for us to go, and maybe just to San Diego to visit my mom would be nice. Anyway, so that's my family. I thought I'd introduce them to you. So on to the knitting and crocheting. I am wearing my Ranunculus. I finished this and it came out pretty nice. I do like it a lot. You can see the back there. It's got this pretty detail across the front. It actually goes all the way around. And it's it came out pretty wide. I should have gone down a size or 2. I actually made a 44 and I'm a 42, so I could easily make a 42 or a 40 even next time, and I'm sure there will be a next time because it is a fun knit. For the sleeves, I was gonna do 3/4 length sleeve, and instead, because I was on my 3rd ball of Lion Brand Kobu, and I cannot find the other 2 balls. I know I had ordered 5 when I purchased it, I don't know where they went, and I ended up with somewhat short sleeves. I had initially started the long sleeve version, and I ended up just knitting 12 rounds, knitting to 12 rounds, and then I did the short rows, and then I did a little bit of the ribbing and the twisted rib, and then I went ahead and bound off. And I had actually one end of this last ball of yarn attached to my right and one end attached to my left, and I just kept switching back and forth. I've got a couple of on some 9-inch circulars, and ended up with this much left. Very little amount. So I think I did pretty good. If I do find those other skeins, they'll pop up eventually. I might just make this a little bit longer sleeve. So, but I really like it. It's lightweight. I was worried about it being too heavy of a sweater. And I actually cast it on twice as many stitches on the neck, and that was probably a little too much. I did cinch it in a little bit with a 5mm crochet hook, and then I went down to a 4 or 4.5mm crochet hook on the inside of it, just right here around the edge. So I think it fits really nice, but maybe next time. I just wasn't thinking that it was going to be so wide. Anyway, it's very comfortable, and pretty happy with it. And actually, this is probably, I've made several tank tops, but this is my first sweater that I've made, and so I think I did pretty good. Let's see, socks. I'm working on some Christmas gifts, and I casted on these toe-up socks for my grandson, and I used these Heritage Prints yarn, and it's called Seattle Stripe, I believe, maybe Seahawk Stripe, but I'm kind of leaning towards Seattle Stripe. I'll have to look it up. I can put it in the show notes. So yeah, I just started a little bit ago, and it's coming along great. With this self-striping yarn, I've got 2 skeins, so it's going to be easy to make them somewhat similar. If they're not exactly similar, it doesn't really bother me. I'm not really going for that. So yeah, so I've got those going. I showed my daughter, Brianna, and she thought that Rayshawn is going to love them. So that's great. I might even have enough to make him a little beanie to match. So we'll see. I spent a lot of this past week working on swatches and firming up my fall knitting. I haven't touched the Baltion, and that's the colorwork sweater that I'm doing, and that's by Caitlin Hunter. Put a little picture here to remind you. But I do want to pick that back up and do some color work. This week I got excited about Joji's Fall Cal. Joji Locatelli does a fall cal every year, and so I wanted to pick a couple of things, and for her fall cal, I'm knitting the Rafa's hat, which I knit for my husband previously, and it's one of my favorite hats that I've knit. So I was thinking about making another one for him and maybe another one for my son. And so I entered for 2 Rafa hats, beanies, in the fall cal. And I'm also going to make Julie's wrap. That is another Joji Locatelli pattern, and I'll put a picture here so you can see what I'm working on. When Hobby Lobby was having their big sales last month or the month before, I purchased this Yarn Bee Authentic Hand Dyed Tonal. I thought I'd give it a try, and I purchased a couple of different colors. And so here's the yarn I'm using for the Julie's wrap. And I did do a swatch. So on my swatch, I did a few rounds, and I did some stockinette and then the garter stitch, a couple of rounds of just this yarn. And I noticed a little bit more brown was coming out than I expected. And I was watching Rose Opal Knits, and there's the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law was using this same yarn. And so she had a sweater that she was making, and so I was really happy that I was able to see that on her needles, because I did notice then that there's quite a bit of brown in this. And so I really wanted just a really neutral, but not too brown, more gray, more cream color in this wrap. And so I played around with it and I added in this color here, which is a bluish gray. This is Cloudborne Superwash Merino Fingering in the color Granite Heather. And so I played around with putting these two together to bring out more of the gray in this one. And I really like that. And then I tried putting more of a taupe together with this one. And I think I like the Graphite Heather best. And you can see in my swatch here, I've got just the plain color. I've got it with every couple of rows doing the Graphite Heather, and then here's the Taupe Heather up top here. So I think I'm going to go with the Graphite Heather and the Tabby, rotating every couple of rows. So that's the Julie's wrap that I'm working on. Another project that I did a swatch for was Andrea Mowry's Douglas Cardi, and so I had some Cloudborne worsted merino yarns in a variety of colors, and then I also had Lion Brand jeans in a variety of colors. And here's the swatch I made. And so this down here is the Lion Brand jeans. This is called Khaki. This next one that's kind of orangey, rusty color is Top Stitch. This greenish gray color is called Vintage. Then we have Corduroy is the wine colored. And this blackish color is Stovepipe. And then that's some more of the Vintage. And then I used my Amigo, the Hobby Amigo for the band. So I did some ribbing to see which band I liked better, if I liked the Khaki or the Hobby Amigo. They call it Sterling. Hobby calls this color Sterling, and I really like the Sterling. So I am going to be making the Douglas Cardi with these colors, and I'm really excited about that. So I did cast on for that. I cast it on yesterday, and I just did a few rows, and so I've got a ways to go. And this is the Hobby Amigo Sterling. This is such a great color. It goes with so many different things. It's like a cream color, but better, because it goes great with some cool tones. So I've got plenty of this, which is great. So anyway, that's what I'm working on as far as the Douglas Cardi. I did do a swatch using some of the Cloudborne worsted merino that I had, and here's that swatch. So I might do that for the next time I make it. I really want to try steeking, and I thought, well, let me just make it this time with the acrylic yarn that I have, and that Lion Brand jeans is 100% acrylic, I believe. Let me double check. Okay, so here's the Lion Brand jeans, and they're Lion Brand jeans, and then there's Lion Brand jeans colors, and I think all of them are just Lion Brand jeans, except this khaki one is part of the colors one. So let's see, 100% acrylic. Yeah, 100% acrylic. And so I thought I would make it with the acrylic yarn that I really like the colors, and then I would think about making a second one, but steeking it. And so I'll hang on to this swatch with the merino yarn, and maybe I'll be needing that soon. So what do we have next? Oh, my Boho Stripes blanket. I'm really excited about this. And Isabella, if you're watching, you need to go do something else for a few minutes. Okay, so making my daughter for Christmas, my middle daughter Isabella, this blanket here, and the Boho Stripes crochet blanket. This is crochet. Here's a picture of the original from the Snugglery, I believe it is, and I'll put that in the show notes. So I bought this yarn, Color Made Easy by Lion Brand, at the end of last winter, I believe it was, when they were deep discount. And I'm making the Boho Stripes blanket. And so here's what I have so far. And if you make this blanket, just be sure that you do a swatch and pay attention to the first few rows are single crochet, and it's a free pattern. The first few rows are single crochet, then you go into the main part of the body. So the single crochet can be a little bigger than the main part of the body, so you want to go down a needle or 2 sizes. I went down 1 size and it wasn't enough, and I started the blanket and I got about 5 inches done and realized, no, that's just not looking good. And so I redid it, which is fine. It's a really quick knit, or excuse me, crochet because of the chunky yarn. So I'm having fun with this, being able to just whip it out. So yeah, that's that. I'm real excited about it. Love the colors, beautiful fall colors, with Color Made Easy from Lion Brand. So I made a purchase, 52 Weeks of Socks, the book. And these books that are, that come out, they're a little spendy. They're like approximately $55, but they came out with the paperback of 52 Weeks of Socks. And so I purchased this. And it was $17.99 on Amazon, and so very affordable for me, so that was great. So they've got some beautiful patterns in here. I haven't had a chance to even go through the whole book, but I'm excited because I'm making quite a few socks, and oh look, even some color work socks in here. I'll show you that. Isn't that beautiful? Nice. Let's see, I'll show you the back too. They've got a variety of socks that they're showing on the back there. Yeah, oh, and the front too. So I'm excited about this purchase. I think I'll get some good use out of it, and I hope they come out with a paperback of 52 Weeks of Shawls. I Googled to see if they had it, and I didn't see one, but I'm gonna wait until they come out with paperbacks so I can purchase the 52 Weeks of Shawls eventually. So, while I was on Amazon, I remembered that my cousin has published this book, Beneath the City of Roses, so I thought I'd share that with you for you readers. You can find this on Amazon for $13.95, and my cousin is Daniel Spyker. My dad's sister's son is Daniel, my cousin. And so you might want to give this a read. I haven't read it yet, and I love to read, but I love knitting better, more, not better, but more. And so, and I can't seem to do both. I can't be knitting or crocheting and read a book. It just doesn't work for me. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and purchase the audiobook so that I can listen to it and enjoy knitting at the same time. So it's just like knitting or crocheting and walking on a treadmill. I can't do that either. It's got to be one or the other, or I might fall on my face, which has happened before. Not on a treadmill, but I've got some stories. So let's get on to the giveaway. Okay, I took a little break, had some lunch, and I'm back. I'm ready to do the giveaway. And what I'm giving away today is 2 skeins of merino gold in this beautiful navy and gray. And merino gold, 100-gram skein, 437 yards each, 49% wool, 51% acrylic, and it's a fine weight. It's fingering. So let's see who's going to be the lucky winner. I pulled up the random comment picker and put in my link for my YouTube video. And we're going to filter duplicate users, get YouTube comments, and here it says to start the raffle, and so I am going to start, and the winner is Edward Bambico. Edward Bambico. Congratulations, Edward, you are the winner. There you go. So thank you so much to everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe so I can continue to bring you these videos. I hope you enjoy them. If there's anything you'd like me to know, leave a comment. I love comments. I love chatting with others over YouTube. And I will get these in the mail to Edward as soon as he contacts me and lets me know his address. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week.